Of the people of Prophet Dawud, Islam. 70,000 people from the nation of Prophet Dawud, peace be upon him, lived in a coastal town called Ailah by the sea. Allah had blessed them with countless favors. However, when the comfort and ease came into their lives, they became heedless of the worship of Allah and began to oppress His creation. As a warning, Allah commanded them not to hunt on Saturday. From Sunday to Friday, they were free to catch as much fish as they wished. But one day of the week was to be devoted to the worship of Allah and to maintaining peace among His creatures. Thus, Allah began to test them. For Sunday to Friday, when they went fishing, they caught only a small amount of fish. But on Saturdays, when they looked at the sea, they saw large numbers of big fish swimming openly. Satan deceived one of them and whispered, "Why worry? Follow my method, and you will never be deprived of your catch." Acting upon Satan's advice, the man cast his hook into the sea on Saturday and left it there. Satan told him, "Take the fish out on Sunday. This way, the sanctity of Saturday will remain, and you will still get your catch." So the fish would remain trapped on Saturday, and he would remove it on Sunday, cooking and eating it happily. When the people around him asked, he shared his trick with them. Gradually, some people of the community began casting their lines on Saturdays and pulling out the fish on Sundays. Others dug small channels and ponds along the shore, so that when fish passed through on Saturdays, they would get trapped and could be taken out, cooked, and eaten on Sunday. Among the people of village were some righteous servants of Allah. They warned the others, saying, "O people, Allah has forbidden hunting on Saturday. If a fish gets trapped in your nets for ponds on Saturdays, then the hunt belongs to Saturday. Fear Allah and do not disobey Him." But the disobedient people mocked them and said, "We will do whatever we want." The town was divided into three groups among the 70,000 people. Number 1, a group that repeatedly advised and tried to reform the disobedient people. 2, a group that hated the wrongdoing but remained silent. 3, a group that went astray and openly disobeyed Allah. Eventually, the righteous people built a wall in the middle of the town and declared that those who disobeyed Allah should live on one side, while those who obeyed Allah would live on the other. The righteous continued to warn them, saying, "O people, fear Allah. Remember that what happened to the people of Thamud and the people of Lut. Do not disobey Allah, or a punishment will befall you as well." The disobedient group, numbering around 12,000, mocked them and said, "They are just stories from books. No punishment will ever come upon us." When the town was finally divided into two parts, one side with the righteous servants of Allah and the other with the disobedient, the wrongdoers spent the entire night laughing and mocking. On the other side, the righteous servant prayed to Allah. When morning came, the righteous people noticed that no human voices were coming from the other side of the wall. When they climbed over to look, they saw that all those people had been transformed into monkeys, behaving like them. The righteous people recognized their relatives by the clothes they were wearing. They cried out in grief and begged Allah for forgiveness. But when Allah's punishment comes, it surely comes. Those 12,000 people who had been turned into monkeys could neither eat nor drink. After 3 days, they perished under the punishment. Indeed, Allah doesn't love those who disobey Him. Allah's blessings are a test for human beings. When people abandon the worship of Allah after receiving comfort and prosperity, seek excuses and loopholes in His commands, and attempt to justify sin through clever tricks, they become deserving of severe punishment. This story teaches us that disobedience to Allah is not only through action, but also through intention and deceit. It is the duty of righteous people to forbid evil, and those who mock sincere advice cannot escape a terrible end. Truly, disobedience to Allah leads to humiliation and destruction, while obedience is the path to salvation.